Okay, another day, another bother. Anyway, today, lovely and warm. And lots of work. But I've been in the boat deciding where to put the burner. And this box that used to be next to the stove, I decided it can sit in there and go out here and vent down for here. And the exhaust can go out there, and I can't put the electric coils on, so for now I'm just smashing it through with a hammer and chisel to get the exhaust. That's the only hard part, is getting the exhaust out. Once that's out, job done. Anyway, I'll do a bit more and I'll show you it once it's fitted. The fire worked brilliant last night with the one big door. I'm well over the moon with that. So it was a nice warm night last night. Burnt just under half a bucket of coal, and that's from like 6 o'clock at night till 6 o'clock this morning. So I'm not moaning about that. Anyway, the sun's out. My brother fell in the river. My mate tripped over the bloody mooring over here and went flat on his face. We both had to go home and get changed. But I stopped laughing at my brother falling in the river. I stopped laughing alright when he got out and said he had my bloody wellies on. So my wellies are sat over there trying to dry, ready to go round the back side of the boat and drill the hole. Anyway, for now let me get on with it. Sorry folks, but it's going a lot slower. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. And the boat's in one bloody hell of a mess. It's surprising how much. And then I nearly get nuts and bolts because it didn't have the right bits in here. Look at the state of her boat. I got it all back before 4 o'clock to be dark. But that's where she's going. That's where she run. And as I said, she's got to work out where to put the fuel tank now. But I might knock that out here and put the fuel tank down in there, but make it so it's movable so I can pull it in and out to fill it up. But we'll wait and see. I might not be able to video anymore. I'll just show you it wired in tomorrow running when I get it going, because it's going to be dark pretty soon. And this camera, as you know, is rubbish in the dark. So, alright Lyra? My little Lyra's out in for a little walkies. Okay, back to the bucking, getting on with it. Well, as predicted, it's not going dark outside yet. Well, it is, it's twilighty. But in here, I just can't see what I'm doing behind there. I've had to lower it down because the exhaust wasn't long enough to go out. I was limited by the strips going on the side of the boat as to where my outlet could go. So, anyway, just long enough now. It's a better job altogether. Well, it's 2:10, and I haven't done much today. But this morning, well, last night, this flue that I had going from here up to out to the chimney, the seal around that joint, every other sort of 6, there's a joint, it'd give in, and every time we started the fire, it was filling the boat up with smoke. So I put my other flue on, fixed it in place, but I've got to have a 4-inch piece there, temporary for now. So I'm waiting to sand that down and paint it, and it won't leak then. But even with the air gap here, it burns so well, it's stifling. But it's making me slow getting this done. But I've mounted the vent here by the door, so I can point that down, it'll go down and around the boat, or I can point it up. And the fire's in there, and the exhaust is out there. I'll go out and see if I can get some pictures outside of where I've done the exhaust. See it down there somewhere. About there. That's the exhaust. Here's the new flue I put on. This is the Venturi. It's turning beautiful. I'm waiting for this to go off, because until it goes off I can't paint it. But anyway, in the meantime, the fire's on now. Let's get on with the inside. As always, my dear is a good girl. Ain't you? Good girl there, all nice and quiet. She is a good girl. It was raining this morning, so we didn't have much of a walk. But anyway, let me get back on with this now and fit this pipe onto the fire. Fire's fixed there, the hot air. The exhaust is under there. Now I've got to put the air intake in and wires, and hopefully we'll have her going tonight. But need I tell you how many times I've burnt my elbow working here? God alive. Never mind, name of the game. Well, we're having great fun. We've put the fan in and the pipe, And now I've done the wiring all the way through. The wiring comes over here, all that is for the pump. So I put the gauge on the top here. You might say that's silly because it's above where the heat is, but if you think about it, it's blowing the heat everywhere bar there. So that's the place I'm going to leave it, and I'm not really going to be working off the thermostat anyway. I'm going to be working off the instruments on there, but not the temperature. I should just run it and work it by hand, because I'm going to put a power switch on, so it'll be cut off on the switch. It'll hold the memory for the key fob, the remote control. But that's it there. The wiring's all up under there. All I got to do now is put the fuel pipe on, and the thing, and the tank fits in there just right. So fingers crossed. Well, there's the fire fitted, but I just went to run her up. Now I can't run her up because I haven't had no power on my solar panel really, got for short days, and I've had no wind turbine. I've been using all my lights, and my battery's near rock bottom. So I just tried starting her, and she just too low a voltage. So I got to wait until I got some power. There's a piece of wood that goes on the front of there, and the tank fits in there. All I'm left to do when I get a block of wood, I need to put a piece of wood down behind that tank to stop the tank going back against the exhaust. And this is just misses the door. Thank God. I had to cut a little bit out of the door. If I put it lower down, it comes over. So that'll do me. So I just got to tidy up now and wait me fire again and sort this chimney out. Make sure it's burning okay. Okay, so the flue's in. The flue works great. She's now sealed all around the base, and she's airtight. The fire is airtight, locks tight with that. The only way air can get through is that, and I use that for governing the speed of the fire now. This flue here, with a bit of luck, I'm going to cut off this, because I ain't using it now, it's in fully open position. So I went out to buy a battery to start the fire, but the cloak buttons, he had no good ones. So I bought the battery round off of my van, so later tomorrow we'll try firing it up. It'll be too dark to do it if I've got other jobs to do. I've come round and resealed the fire. I'll give it another couple of coats of paint in the next couple of days, but that's watertight again. And the Ventura is still up, and it's getting freer now. It's a few little spins. When I come out, it's always in the same direction as that. So fingers crossed that's working. I'm letting some air through the boat today. Right, now we don't get tied up here for the next 4 or 5 days, 6 days. I've got the boards all cleaned. So if you've got weathers on, you walk on here. If you've got shoes on, you come down a path and you stay on there. And the boat is tender. Only empty the tender out when you want it, because that's fresh water, so you can use it for all sorts of jobs. But the outlet for the exhaust is, there's a big hole underneath there, and then right round to here, so the heat don't really out and burn this. It might still get warm, but it's not going to raise the same heat as that. So that's your exhaust out there, done in my inimitable fashion. And she's here now. The grass is dying down now. Oh, my little baby. This is still on the wharf at the back of my boat. There's my neighbours. There's my boat there. And there's Keith's Stop the Sun. There's Keith's mooring. Just Keith's boat. He's in his own way, which isn't a problem. As I say, that's the view that we come out to every morning. My brother lives about half a mile over there. My mate lives about a quarter of a mile over there. And the other mate's down Crow Point. But there you go. Okay, that's the battery. That's the battery out of my little camper van. He's on 12.7, so he should be well charged. The fire in here is everything's ready to go. This is up and ready to go, and the only thing I do need to do I don't know if you can see anything. I'll shut the sun out a little bit, it might. If you I need to do that and that and that. Now if you listen to the pumps hopefully priming fuel. So I'll just give it a little prime and that'll do. Drop it. Okay, now we've gone back to the normal time and date and set. Now everything should be ready to go. So the simplest way to start her, from my point of view, is with the control button. We are on. She started. The fan is, I don't know if you can see much because of the light. The fan's going, and the fan is starting to run on the fire. Well, I'll listen to that and I'll watch it till the next episode. Okay, the glow plug's lit up and it's saying I've got air going through the exhaust and the air intake and the fan is blowing here. I've got the fan coming in and here, straight through here. It goes straight onto my bed or down the van. Okay, I'll wait for it to fire up. I think the next thing we're waiting for is the pump to start. There's the pump just come on now. Now she should start burning diesel and she should start to roar. Hear the roar now? Pump's ticking. Don't know if you can hear it. That's the speed the pump's going at. There's the fire starting to come in now. Just picked up the noise. In actual fact, it's silenter in here than what it was in the garage. Perhaps it's because it's cabbaging. Anyway, the pump's still going pretty slow. The air here now is at the temperature. You've got to assume that the heat comes out from the glow plug into the outside engine. That is just noticeably warm. With air blowing at that speed, you expect your hand to be cold, but it ain't, it's warm. Now the speed of the pump has picked up. And it's still not too noisy. Okay, I wish I'd have clocked the time on the phone. But I'll leave that going now and I'll see how long it takes to warm up. Okay, she's been running for about 5 minutes now. And she's picked right up in speed. And she'll run until she reaches the temperature that she's set for. But that's not excessively noisy. I can live with that. Alright, 3:19 I started her. I'll time how long it takes for each manoeuvre. Okay, she's 26. She's been running for six minutes. And she's now slowing down. I've cycled the temperature down to about what this is, 11 degrees, 12 degrees. And she's just cycling down now. And that's lovely heat coming out of there. That is, I mean, that you couldn't hold your hand there, it'd burn you. The pump is now slowing down. I don't know if you can hear it. But now the noise coming out of that, I don't know why. I wonder if it's because it's new. That seems awful hazy in here. So we have to let the vent out. But anyway, the heat now, you can feel it there. It's coming out about that angle and up to there, and still here. I can feel it coming down here now and hitting me. So that heat is coming down there, hitting stuff over there, and obviously coming down here. So we have to put the door there, And now I can feel it coming off the door. But that now, the pump now is so I would say that's successful. She's now running slow, as I say, and you can hear the pump, and the glow plug's gone off. So she shouldn't be drawing much power. The only power she's drawing now is a fan, and the fan is down slow. I'm going to go outside now and have a look at the exhaust. I can hear it from here, but I don't know if you can with it. There's quite a bit of heat coming out, but you're bound to lose some in here. You must lose some at the chimney on every fire central heating system you have. Anyway, there's my exhaust. That is stone cold. Sealant's warm, but the point of contact this, where this contacts the actual pipe, there's just 4 little spikes holding it in place. So the heat ain't getting through the plate, but it is getting into there. But it's not transmitting enough to the boat for me to worry about. Okay, she's been running at that speed for a few minutes, so what I'm going to do now is cycle her down. So I'm just going to stop her today. I'm not going to burn her out because she shouldn't need it, and I think she burns herself out after quick. So what I'm going to do now is just cut her out. There she's cut out, staying off. The fan now is speeded up. The main job of that fan now is to take away all the excess heat. So that's still blowing warm. That'll keep blowing warm until that fire is more or less cold. But I was thinking about it the other day, it doesn't take it down to cold, because if it did, it'd be blowing cold air out there. It only takes it down so the air out there is blowing out at the temperature you've set for that on there. So if you set this run of it at 20 degrees, that'll stop blowing at 20 degrees, because if it didn't, you'd be cold air coming in here. Anyway, I'll watch her now and see how long she takes to shut down. I don't know if you can see the screen. It's I've got the sunlight coming in directly to the right, so. But the pump's gone off. The injector's still on, the heater plug. I suppose that's just burning anything that's left in the chamber. But we'll wait and see. Now the fan's just gone into super boost. And it's still hot air coming out of there. She's gone really super hot at the moment. Or super speed on the fan, as you can see on the little turbo drawing. But I'm happy with that because it means I've set everything up and I've made no mistakes. All I'm left with now is to box that in, and any sound going out that side the box ain't the bother me because it goes onto my deck. So all I've got to do is put insulation here and here and on the lid, and there's plenty of room on the lid, and hopefully that'll quiet that right up. But I wouldn't have said that was me. You want to hear the turbo on the roof when it gets going. You learn to live with it, not a problem. Anyway, I've got the choice now. This one's working perfect. As I say, if I can do away with this butterfly valve, I'm on a winner. So I've got the choice now. That, if I wake up early in the morning like I did this morning, it was cold because I let that go out. It was hot last night, and I just chucked half a fire log on, and that gave me 2.5 to 3 hours of super heat. Then the sun come out. What a gorgeous day we've had today. I've now decided I'm not going home. I'm staying down here. Okay, let me see how long this takes to shut down. Okay, I started her up at 19 minutes past 3. I ran her up to full temperature, got her running and slowing back to a second. She ran for 5 minutes, and then I pushed the button to shut her down, and she just, this minute, cut down, finished, end of story. It's reading 19 minutes on the clock. Well, I take it as minutes, I'm not sure. But on my phone, it's now saying 37, so I'll work that out in a minute. saying 38 now, but it was 37 when it actually cut out. So that's it, jobby finished. All I've got to do now is put a switch in. Those wires there won't be on that battery, they'll be on the boat's batteries. The boat has 3 batteries, 2 that are for starting the engine, and that one there, which is 80 amp hour just for the lights and the TV, and it's plenty with the turbine. But today I've wired it across to here, and I'll disconnect that now, so it is not putting any power in. I'm not going to waste energy, and I'll run it up again tonight, show me better than me mate. I'll take a reading off that battery now and see how much it took out of it. It was on 12.7, so it'll be interesting to see what it's gone down to. So I'll let you know on that now, but I'll take a reading now. It's on, I'm sure it was 12.7, it might have been 12.5, but I think it was 12.7. So anyway, I'll put the tester on now, and in that short time, let's see what we use. She's now gone down to 12, 12.4, 12.1, 12.2. I'm down to 12.4 from, I'm sure it was, I'll let you know for sure when I put it back on my boat and show as well, but I'm sure she tries to set the 12.7 this one. So it used quite a bit of power, but bear in mind the duration of the time that it was running was the duration, basically the time that the glow plug was on, so that's the energy expending time. Anyway, that's a happy story. It's all running and happy. As I say, I got the choice of a lot of difference in this boat. If you've seen this boat when I bought it, it's still messy now, but that's going to be thrown in the cupboard because I can't stuff them there. I'm going to do something here for cupboards because that's me tea and things. I'm going to do cupboards there. I can't stand mess. Okay, day 6, we're boxing it in. The top still comes off. This section comes off. And then we've got the top one here, which comes off, and the bottom one here, which comes off. And then the fuel tank's in there now, and it's resting back. It's got brackets in there to hold it off the exhaust. So hopefully now all I've got to do is put catches on this, and at least I can get out the fire whenever I need to. That's one in. That's 2 in, and the top usually a 2-hand job to put that back in, but let's see what we can do with 1 hand. There you go. So by the time that's all stained again, and a couple of that's all solid back there, held in. All it needs is 2 over centres here, and then that'll hold that, and then hopefully I can get me work surface back in where it belongs here, and that's still strong enough to take it. So if any work I've got to do is pop, 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 take the worktop off first, obviously, pop, 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 and bang, get on with the unit. And if the worst comes to worst, I have the unit out, it's only 4 screws. But it ran quite quiet last night with the with the lid on. So with some insulation put on the back of this wood, I should manage to run really nice and quiet. Okay, let me see if I can get it painted and covered. Well, in my inimitable fashion, slap, bang, wallet, crash, and that's all fitted in now. All I've got to do now is cut a little bit, because the chimney's flue is different. I've got to cut a piece out there so as it can go back against the flue, and then when the fire is running, this can be just pulled off a fraction, and it will clear. The heat from there doesn't travel for far, doesn't even damage them curtains. Look how close that is. Yeah, and that's even when the fire is glowing red, it doesn't hurt them curtains at all. But I must admit, we had someone come in last night, started the fire, and also we had water pouring in. Anyway, let me cut this and I'll show you it, and I'll try and get it painted today. Okay, that's cut out. At a later date I'll put some blocks there and a spat across there so as nothing rolls off of there. Boats are never level. But anyway, I'll show you it again when it's painted. Day 7, the tools are out making a mess again. But the fire's in, the tabletop's back in, my work surface, and I've actually put a switch in for me fire, and I box the top in, and they come out, they slide out, and I keep all my junk in there. I'll tell you that out once I finish by just putting it all in there for now. But this all shuts, and the glory of it is you don't need no catches, no hinges, no nothing. It's just grab hold of it, pull it, and they come right out if you want them out. But there you go, day 7 I'm winning. The next one I'm going to do now is put a covered in on this shelf up to about here. As you can see, this is dark in here. Covered up to about there, so all my towels and all my bits and bobs will be out of sight. All this junk will be sorted out and put away. Now I'm getting the boat finished. Well, day 9, I've been down. I've now got to sort this out. I've got a gap there which is sucking air into this one from the boat hole, so that's got to be sealed, and I'm going to have it breathing out here from the boat. So that's the job I'm doing today. Everything else is fitted, the switch on off, and cupboards, and I've now fitted a cupboard over this side, which is I don't pull it out, but it slides out the same as the other one, and that's tidier. I'm winning now. So today, as I say, I'm going to box this in, so the air coming from there is all coming from in the boat here and not from down there. I've painted the framework on the cupboard, well, varnished it with the stainer. I've built a boxing in here. It's not touching the machine, and it's still going to draw a little bit of air through from this side, but this side is not going to the outside. That side now, I'm going to cut a slot out on the thing here so as it draws all the air from inside the van. And then I can put it all back together, and that's that done. Chimney, as I say, is going home, and this is going to be all the way down and welded down the fire, because you can see I've been getting condensation here, and it stinks like fuck. Okay, day 9, we're on a winner. Right there, tidy up now, girl. Okay, day 10, I'm getting all the bits ready to take home. I just put a bit of vinyl down here, which is where you get in the boat and it all gets dirty, so that can be wiped. New carpet's due next year, but I'm not worried. I've got a bigger bit of lino for in front of the fire, which stays in place because it's fur backed. The fire's out, if you notice it's in the van, ready to go home. Got the donuts to eat in a minute with a cup of tea, and a bottle of milk to go when we go, and a few electrical bits. I'll put them away next time I'm down here. But as I say, I'm going to give the cupboard a coat of paint now and leave them lying around, and they'll be dry by the time I come down next time. Looking nice. So end of this lesson. Day 10, head for the hills, and have a couple of weeks at home, and we'll redo the fire. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thanks for watching. I've got the sheet back and the backfill. Petethewrist over and out for now.